Hi folks, Mike with ModSolar here. Going to show you the racking sizer and estimator that we produced for Equilibrium Solar and their EcoFoot 2 racking system, as well as how we currently have the ability to download or export the layout that we create to a CAD file. So we're going to come in here, and I've already got ModSolar's offices loaded up. I'm going to go ahead and add a proposal. When I do that, it drops me on our map page. And here on the map page, I'm actually going to go ahead and mark out this part of the building right here as where I want to put the system. So those of you who have seen ModSolar before, this will look familiar very quickly and easily. I'm placing points on the roof. Okay, I'm moving them around to get them in the position I want. I can add points and move them really, as I see fit. I'm going to do this, and then in order to get that corner in there, I'm going to click and add one and then drag back. Okay. So now that I have done that, I tell the system that it is a flat roof. And don't worry about the obstructions, we'll deal with that in the next step. Tell the system it's a flat roof, click here in the middle. It's giving me some information, the area size, the azimuth, and the yield, which is a very rough number. It'll get much more accurate in the next step. Here I'm actually going to have the system predict the azimuth for me by clicking Snap Azimuth. It's going to take the most south-facing roof edge and draw the azimuth perpendicular to it, so that we can get a good read on the direction in which our panel should face. Once I'm done, I go ahead and lay out panels. So this is ModSolar's patent-pending proprietary panel layout technology, comparing the dimensions of the panels, making an assumption that the panels are being laid out in a landscape orientation with respect to the azimuth. We get two solutions here. We get either a azimuth solution or what's called a force south solution. So here you'll see that we've actually got these panels faced towards the azimuth, and these are faced force south. So let's just say that I want to deal with the other layout, the one that's according to the azimuth. I've made the panel see-through by clicking this box, and when I do that, you can see the obstructions are underneath here. I'm actually going to cast a pretty wide box here by clicking and holding and dragging my mouse, and then I'm actually going to trim some of the panels and actually leave them there, so I'm not deleting them. Same thing over here. And once I'm done, I click delete, and then I can turn it back on. And you'll notice that we get a nice layout here with spaces left over for the panels. I can also continue to click through and trim. Now, once I've done that, okay, the next step is to go ahead and tell the system that I want to run EcoFoot 2. Now, I've already got a layout here without EcoFoot 2. And the spacing is either global default settings in the back end, or we actually calculate the minimum inter-row spacing based off of your panel tilt. In this case, I'm going to say I want to use the EcoFoot 2 racking. I'm being asked to rerun. And I'm being asked to rerun because each individual racking system has its own spacing requirements. So the system needs to be redesigned for that layout. So now that I've done that, and I've got good panel spacing, you'll notice that it's 18.32 inches, which is before it was 20.5, and that's part of what EcoFoot does. Now that I've done that, okay, and I still want to use this layout, I get this button down at the bottom, Show Me Materials Estimate. So when I click on it, I get this pop-up box to capture a couple of additional details from the user, the occupancy class of the building, with a nice little mouse over definition here, and then the building height in feet. And once I'm done there, I press OK. And the system is going to go ahead and generate the estimate. So you'll see we've got Equilibrium's information, the header information, who the estimate was prepared for, the project description, the shipping terms, and then a list of all the components that are needed. 211 eco feet, 312 mid clamps, 84 end clamps, etc. So this is the actual algorithm working in the background to determine how many panels need to be, or how many pieces of equipment need to be created or used in this system. And if I scroll down, I get a nice picture of the property of the project with some of the key information. Now, I've got a couple options here because this is what what Equilibrium wanted. You can either have someone contact me, you can buy this material right from here if you want, or go back, or you can simply just close. And so when you buy this material or have someone contact me, there's actually an email sent to Equilibrium to notify them that a new lead's been generated so they can follow up on it. In this case for you, you would simply receive an email with the copy of the estimate so that you had the calculations that you could then use in your own internal estimating. So that's how we get an estimate from the ModSolar platform for a particular racking system. We can actually go into and we can see the rest of the process here with incentives and financing or preview the proposal. And this will actually generate a proposal for use by your installer to actually sell to the end user, whether it's a home or business owner. Okay? So that is how we generate an estimate. Now, if we go back to the home page, okay? If we go back to the home page now, we can basically go to any layout that we have here, like this IMC building, okay? And when we go to this IMC building, if I click on any layout, I can actually go ahead and export that layout to CAD. And when I export that layout to CAD, I just get the DXF file down here at the bottom left. You can open a DXF in Google SketchUp or obviously in any of the AutoCADs. So that's it. That's how it works. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know if you have any questions.